All right, this one's going to be a quick one because I think that your questions might be more interesting for the panel. So I'm going to start. My name is Alex Swan. There's my Twitter handle. I've worked at Breaking News for about 2 years. Before that, I worked at a startup called i.tv, second screen experience. I do a lot of tinkering and Internet of Things and video game development in my free time. I made a hamster fitness tracker. Well, I made a fitness tracker for my hamster and put it on the web. So if you go to my Twitter, search around, you can find it. And it has fun things like its current speed and its average speed over time, and how many steps it took. The usual fitness stuff. So yeah, this job that I had works really well because we do get to try out new things, and this sort of bot setup really fits. Yeah, it really fits me. I get to try things out, and it's iterative because we had this news service that's been around for many years, but there's always new ways to get this news to you. You don't need to go to the website when you have notifications, for example. So lots of people have built in these notifications. What we are is a team of editors with also some engineering members also. But the team of editors uses a tool that we created called Velocity and sorts through feeds from hundreds of providers to find breaking news stories fast and accurate is what we're going for. Because we are not built like the bigger news companies, we can get stories to you faster. We send snippets of information with the original source wherever you are, be it on our website or in the apps or in this bot, as I'll get to. So it's good to be a partner because we direct traffic to you with our apps. Let's see, next we have, a couple years ago we made this really cool thing. We made proximity alerts. We like to give information that's relevant to people, and when people give us their location, we can tell them if there's an emergency nearby, if there's bad traffic, if there's things happening near them. They can get accurate information to keep themselves away from danger and find safety as quick as possible. This has helped our own manager when we were trying this out. This was during the Seattle Pacific shooting. Our general manager had kids in the daycare across the street. He found out about this, was able to call the daycare, find out that his kids were safe, and have the live update to know exactly what was happening. There were a lot of rumors about whether there was still an active shooter or if there were multiple. All this information was brought to him as fast as possible to help him know that his kids were safe, that the situation was taken care of, and so he could handle just what the situation was and not the speculation that was around it. So this is a useful thing, and you don't necessarily need to be in the app to get this sort of information, so that we're getting the news to you in this sort of way. Now let's see. Next, we have email alerts. People used email, and so we tried this out. I'm mentioning this mostly because it was an iterative process. We have these email alerts, and it's useful for many people. And it looks just like this. We have the snippets, we have the source, everything there. It has a very high read rate because you already read it probably 3 or 4 times now. And it goes straight to you. You don't need to go to the website to check it out. All right, so this is the meat of the presentation here. We've got Slack integration. We get news stories sent to you. The first iteration was pretty basic. The basic news stories would go to wherever you wanted. We found that the news organizations would use this, government organizations, people would do this, would send this to their Slack bot, which is like a personal channel, so only they would get it. Probably more often than setting it in like our company uses. Well, we have all the news, but we have a channel that has breaking news sent to it so that we can see what that is. This opened up a new opportunity where it was a group interaction. People could see the news stories as they happen, and people could respond using the Slack style emojis or talk about whatever. This is the first chance that we've got that, because in our previous examples, all of that was a person's phone or their own web browser. So this opens up an opportunity for people to discuss this sort of thing. But we could do better. The second iteration was released earlier this week. Lets you choose what topics you want to follow. So it is much better at giving you the news you want to know and avoiding the stuff that you're not that interested in. When you grab the Slack integration now, you're initially signed up for major news stories, so it works like usual. But we have an animals channel so that we can post pictures of animals and get information about animals. And we have added our own integration to get information about animals in the animals channel, and we can respond with animal emojis, and it's fun. It works really well for companies, people that want to know about their own company before they find out about it internally. Sometimes can be faster that way. You can find out about your competition. If you want to keep an eye on every breaking news story that has the topic of Google or animals or Austin, Texas, you can follow these by asking the Slack bot through a slash command, say breaking news, follow Austin, and then you'll get information about news stories as they happen sent immediately to you. So it comes to you and it is in this group setup. You can get information about Nicolas Cage or Helen Mirren, like in our off-topic channel. All of that stuff is available, and the tool is available. We don't even know the best way to use it yet, just because it's so open-ended. So that means there are more ways to use it. We haven't figured it all out yet. There are more ways that we can make breaking news useful for people. We use a list of partners, but we're making it more and more easy for users to ping the editors and let them know that there are breaking news stories happening near them. And there's more integrations happening. The Facebook bots is the talk of the town today, or this week. And more things will come out, and that's what's good about being excited about tinkering, is when there's new stuff you can try it out. And so that's the basics of it. Thank you.